Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the latest episode of Supernatural Good Intentions, and I'm kind of torn on this episode. We had left off a cliffhanger of having it revealed of Lucifer being in control of heaven, and Asmodeus having captured Gabriel. Don't know if it's our Gabriel or Apocalypse World's Gabriel, but if he's able to move between, I don't know if it would be Apocalypse World's Gabriel, because if he's able to move between the dimensions, that's kind of a big issue. So we don't get any information on those two story fronts. We are still left in the dark with those at the moment. We do get movement on the Sam and Dean and Cass part, and Donatello, and Jack, Mary, and the Apocalypse World. I like the Jack and Mary stuff better than the Sam and Dean stuff. So, we begin the episode with the Jack stuff. He's pretty much in this dream. He's hearing Sam and Dean needing help. He's trying to use his power to get in the door, but of course, we know that he is in the Apocalypse World, so we're going, alright, he's gotta be being mind messed with. And we see throughout the rest of their story that it's Zachariah, which I wish they would do more to differentiate, or at least go into some kind of character development with the Apocalypse World stuff, because all we've got is that Michael's just a dick. And that's it. He just wants this other dimension. That's about the crux of his motivation, because he won, essentially, kicking off the apocalypse in this world. There's not too much more depth than that. Oh, he wants a better world to screw around with. Okay. Anything else? So he's pretty much getting his version of Zachariah to try and mind screw with Jack to unleash his full powers and open up the portal and all that kind of stuff. So they go through some other iterations, trying to use Cass to get him to do it, and talking down humans, which is a good character moment for Jack, showing that he still believes in Sam and Dean and humans and trying to save people, and that they couldn't do it that way to get Jack. So, of course, they stop doing with the mind thing and pretty much throw him in a cell with Mary. And he's talking to Mary saying, yeah, your sons are alright and everything, I just need to get us out of here pretty much. And Mary's going, well, they're trying to use me against you. They're not going to try and hurt you, even though Jack says, hey, they can hurt me as much as they want. I'm not going to do what they want. And she's going, well, that's fine, because they're going to hurt and kill me to make you do it. And it's kind of cool seeing Jack's character develop. I would really like to see more of that going on. Like, I thought they were going to have Sam and Dean kind of usher in a kind of new generation with Jack, potentially doing a kind of torch passing off. Granted, it would take a couple seasons till it got to its end. Hopefully they do something like that, because I would like that kind of groundwork, because we're getting into Dragon Ball level territory of them just doing the same thing over and over. This would be kind of refreshing to see this Nephilim, kind of a hunter angel thing, trying to do something to kind of end what's going on. Try and find an end game scenario to this for hunting things and saving people. So they are looking through the room, they're trying to figure out what's going on. We learned that Jack has incredible headaches that kind of mess with his power, and Mary's going, well, I got headaches too unless I stay in here. And she's going, well, maybe the warding's so strong that it's affecting humans as well. And Jack's able to burst out, and they go out. They're able to escape. Michael's pissed off, and they run into Apocalypse Bobby, which is fine, but there's really no difference between Apocalypse Bobby and the Bobby that we had in our world. So he takes them to the human camp. Mary neglects to tell Bobby that Jack's a Nephilim until he's doing all kinds of weird things to entertain the children, while Bobby goes, well, I owed Mary Campbell for saving my ass and everything, so I thought I'd return the favor. And we get the kind of differences that happen. Mary lamenting the fact of her making the demon deal and all the harm it brought to her boys, but then seeing that if she didn't make the demon deal, the apocalypse occurs. So that was an interesting point that they were doing, and Of course, it's brought up that Jackson Nephilim, Bobby's pissed off because he doesn't trust angels, and why would he? But Jack hasn't shown any outward kind of aggression or whatnot towards humans like the angels that we've seen from this world. So he goes, well, you both need to be out in the morning. Of course, what happens in the morning? Zachariah and his group come to kill Mary in front of Jack. That was their last orders, to try and mess with him. Of course, everything's in chaos. Mary's trying to get all the children out, and while she's doing that, Zachariah pretty much comes at her. She had told Jack to run away and hide, but he decides to stand and fight. So we get his character progression and his kind of hero moment coming as he uses his powers to pick up Zachariah, and he dusts him. That's a big thing. Everything up until this point, he is not really had the intention of using his powers to, well, he's had the intention, but this is the first time of matching intention and power to really kill something. And something of an order of magnitude bigger than like a human or a monster. This was taking out an angel. That's a pretty big thing without an angel blade. He showing his true strength. And then, of course, we had other angels coming in, and it just goes to show his power again as he takes out all three of them in the air. And they're like, wow. And he comes to the realization, he goes, you know what? I gotta stop Michael. I have to kill Michael. And it would be kind of funny if Sam and Dean tried to do a portal, and they got all the stuff gathered, and then Jack and Mary and them just come over and say, yeah, I killed Michael, and just brought ourselves back up. That would be an interesting development, but I'd say that I don't have complete faith in the writers to execute it to that degree, and then also try and figure out how to fill the end with that ending to the Michael story to begin with. Because as I was watching the episode, I'm going, well, if he can kill angels like this, why even worry about leaving to get more help? Why don't you just hit your assassination target and take out Michael right here? And then they brought that up, and I'm like, wow, yes, do that. Okay, that works. So that's kind of where that portion of the story's ended. I'm like, okay, see what's going on after that. Then we get to Sam, Dean, and Cass. Now, there are some good moments in this. There's some funny moments, but overall, I just felt that we were doing the same song and dance, except this time, Cass had the hat on to do the bad guy kind of thing. So, we see him getting to Donatello, and Donatello, he's like giving him breakfast, and Donatello's just acting really weird around the demon tablet. Okay. And there's a nice funny scene where Dean's like pulling up a plate of bacon to himself, and Sam's going, well, you want to lay off the nitrates? And he's like, dude, if bacon's what kills me, I win. And I'd have to agree with Dean on that. It's a good way to go out. Yeah. So, they're pretty much just waiting around until Donatello gives them the ingredient list, and they go, oh, we've got pretty much all this stuff here. So, Castiel and Dean have to go and summon these two men, because Donatello's going, well, you gotta give me their hearts and all that. So they go out, and this was actually a ruse for Donatello to kill them, because the creatures didn't have any hearts. And it was really kind of weird in this, because they needed blades with God's power to kill them, and they had the angel blades. And they started fighting them, which it was kind of funny, them getting together, and we see these two guys speaking in ancient Canaanite. I just thought it could have been done a little bit better. I'm like, okay. And they're like, alright, kill the pretty one. Alright, which one is the pretty one? I'm like, the prettier one. I'm like, alright, whatever. And they start fighting. One weird thing that happened was when Dean's angel blade touched the other one's blade, it kind of pretty much broke. And he's going, and Cass goes, wait, their blades are blessed by gods too, or whatnot, or God. And I was going, oh, okay. But it only breaks Dean's when I thought I heard Cass's blade make contact with the other guy's one as well. Well, they pretty much get into a place where Dean's able to, we have a good fight scene. He's able to get the blade away from the one dude, chop his head off, and then stab through the other one, and we find out that they don't have any hearts. They're made of sand. While this is going on, Donatello has knocked out Sam, and they get back, and Sam's going, well, Donatello tried to kill me. And we find out that the demon tablet has corrupted Donatello since he doesn't have a soul. And it's just a plot point that popped up that came out of nowhere. And that's what kind of annoyed me with it. Because while they're trying to interrogate him, he uses this kind of suffocation spell and being, crap, he's really kind of crazy. He thinks that they're trying to covet his knowledge and all that, and he's going like, rah, he's been completely corrupted by the demon tablet. Cass trying to explain that, like, yeah, you kind of need a soul to filter this out, and I'm going, okay, why was this not brought up at all? It just seemed like a development that came out of nowhere for no reason. Because at first I thought Asmodeus had pretty much put a switch into him to just make him go nuts and try and kill him, which I would have liked a lot better than just out of left field, the demon tablet has corrupted him. But then what comes next is Sam and Dean are pretty much saying, we gotta find a way to do this without killing him. But Cass is going, well, he's completely corrupted by the demon tablet, he's got no soul, and we need a prophet of the Lord. Why don't we just try and get whatever information we can out of him and kill him? And I know they're trying to make Cass seem like a bad guy in this. It makes sense. So instead, he makes the decision himself to go in and rip the information from his mind, pretty much leaving him brain dead. Sam and Dean are pissed off about it, but Cass pretty much lays down the law, which I like that they've done. I like that they're kind of getting Cass. Now, granted, I know that Cass has usually been on even footing, but this is just putting it into where, listen, I made a choice. It's almost kind of bringing it back to season 6 Cass, where he went kind of crazy, but he's like, listen, there's a war coming. Here are the 4 ingredients that we need to open the portal. We gotta do this. We gotta stop this war from coming with Michael, and we gotta go protect Jack because I made a promise and I need to keep that promise. And when he laid it out like that, I'm like, okay. So we've set upon our course what the rest of the season is going to be like from Sam, Dean, and Cass's end. Them having the understanding of what they need to go after to open the portal to get to Jack, and we got Jack being like he's got his mission to take out Michael, which would probably be a good fight. Now we just need to see where Asmodeus and Lucifer are going to hit into this, and that's the biggest issue, tying all of these together. It can be done, but it almost seems like they're juggling at least one to too many balls at one point, because if done correctly, both of these could make a pretty good interweaving just season by themselves without just having in Lucifer reigning in heaven and Asmodeus trying to do stuff in hell. But overall, I enjoyed it because of how they were able to move their story arcs forward and get us a clear endgame scenario for what's kind of going on for this back half of this season. I just wish certain things hadn't just popped up out of nowhere or were better explained character-wise, even though we got some good stuff like Dean going, yeah, Bacon would be my best way to go. So those are my opinions on the episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.